Good morning, students. We are discussing Unit 11 Carbon and its compound. Last video section we discussed preparation of ethanol and ethanoic acid and properties and their uses. Today we are going to learn the new topic soap and detergents. To maintain our personal hygiene, we need to clean the bodies as well as clothes. Daily our clothes get soiled due to various stains like those oil, sweat, mud, food and drinks. Some stains can be removed with the help of water only. The other stains can be removed with the help of chemicals. So we need cleansing agents such as soap and detergents. In our daily life, we use various types of soap like soft soap, medicated soap, transparent soap and toilet soap. Let's see soap. The soap and detergents are material that are used by cleansing purpose because the pure water alone cannot remove all type of dirt or any oily substance from our body or clothes. They contain surfactants which are compound with molecules that line up around water to break the surface tension. Both of them having a different chemical nature. Soap is a cleansing agent that is composed one or more salt of fatty acid. One or more salt of fatty acid. Soap is a salt of fatty acid. Soap is a salt of fatty acid. Salt of fatty acids. This fatty acids contains long chain hydrocarbon, long chain hydrocarbons and carboxyl terminals. Both are contain fatty acids. The chemical representation of soap RCOONA. RCOONA and RCOO K. K is a potassium, N is a sodium. This is sodium and potassium salt of fatty acids. Sodium and potassium salt of fatty acids. This is chemical representation of soap. What are soap? Soaps are sodium or potassium salt of some long chain carboxylic acid. These substances are called fatty acids. What is soap? Soaps are sodium or potassium salt of some long chain carboxylic acids are called fatty acids. Soaps require two major raw materials. What are the raw materials? One is fat, another one is alkali. What is alkali? Alkali is nothing but water soluble base are called alkali. The alkali most commonly used in the preparation of soap is sodium hydroxide. This is most commonly used alkali. Sodium hydroxide. The formula of sodium hydroxide NaOH. Potassium hydroxide can be used. Potassium hydroxide also can be used. The potassium based soaps create a more water soluble product than a sodium based soap. Based on the features, there are two types of soap. One is hard soap. Another one is soft soap. What is hard soap? Soap which are prepared by the saponification of oil. Saponification of oil or fats with gastric soda. Gastric soda. What is gastric soda? Sodium hydroxide is a gastric soda. Sodium hydroxide formula NaOH. NaOH. The saponification of fats or oil with gastric soda. These soaps are called hard soap. These soaps are usually used for washing purpose only. Washing purpose only. The hard soap prepared by what's the process? Saponification. Saponification of oil or fat with gastric soda. Gastric soda means sodium hydroxide. What is the formula of sodium hydroxide? NaOH. NaOH. These soaps are called hard soap. Hard soap used for only washing purpose. The another type of soap is soft soap. This type of soap which are prepared by saponification of oil or fat with potassium salt. Potassium salt. These are known as soft soap. Saponification of oil with fat. Which salt present? Potassium salt. Potassium salt. Potassium salt soaps are called soft soap. These soaps used for cleansing the body. Cleansing the body. Hard soap contains what type of salt? Sodium salt. Sodium salt. Soft soap contains what type of salt? Potassium salt. Potassium salt. These are the classification of soap. One is hard soap, another one is soft soap. Let's learn about manufacture of soap. Manufacture of soap. The process name is kettle process. Kettle process. This kettle process is the oldest method. Still, widely used in small scale preparation of soap, this method is used. There are two main steps involved in kettle process. First process name is saponification of oil. The first step, saponification of oil. The oil which is used in this process is taken in an iron tank. That is kettle. The alkaline solution. What percentage? 10%. 10%. Alkaline solution 10% is added in a kettle. Added in a tank. A little in excess. The mixture is boiled by passing steam through it. The oil gets hydrolyzed after several hours of boiling. This process is called saponification. The oil mixed with sodium hydroxide solution and boiled for few hours, the oil gets hydrolyzed. This process is called saponification. The second process is salting out of soap. Salting out of soap. Already two salt are used. One is sodium, another one is potassium. Common salt is then added to boiling mixture. Soap is finally precipitated in a tank. After several hours, the soap rinsed to the top of the liquid as a curdy mass. The curdy mass is a soap. Then soap is taken off from the top. It is then allowed to cool down. Finally, we get soap. This boiling mixture added to common salt. Salt is added to this boiling mixture. So soap is precipitated in a tank. Then the boiling mixture is cooled. Finally we get soap. This is kettle process. There are two steps involved. One is saponification of oil. Another one is adding out of salt. Salting out of the salt. Salting out of soap. In saponification process, oil heated with alkaline solution. This is first process. Second process, adding salt. Common salt. Sodium or potassium are added to this boiling mixture. Finally we get curdy mass of the soap. Let's learn about effects of hot water on soap. Hot water contains two ions, namely calcium and magnesium. Calcium Ca2 plus and magnesium Mg2 plus. These ions contains hot water. That limits the cleaning action of soap. When combined with soap, the hot water develops a thin layer. This thin layer is called scum. Scum is nothing but layer of dirty, which leaves a deposit on a cloth or skin, so does not easily rinse away. Over time, this can lead to deterioration of fabric or even actually ruining the cloths. So, on the other hand, the detergents are made with chemicals that are not affected by hot water. So, hot water contains two ions, namely calcium and magnesium, that limits the cleansing action of soap is enough. In excess of ions present in water, when combined with soap or hot water, develop a thin layer. This thin layer is called as scum. Scum is nothing but layer of dirty. This scum layer develop on the cloth or skin, so does not easily rinse away, so the cloths are finally damaged. So we need to use detergents on the hard water. This is effects of hot water on soap. What are the ions present in hot water? Calcium and magnesium. This is important. One more question. Hot water contains two ions, calcium and magnesium ions. This is very important. One more question. Let's see. Do you know questions? Why ordinary soap is not suitable for using with hot water? What is the reason? Ordinary soap, when treated with hot water, they precipitate a salt of calcium and magnesium. They appear at the surface of the cloth as a sticky, greasy scum. That's the reason the soap cannot be used conveniently in the hot water. Using hot water in soap, we develop scum. In ordinary soap, we treated with hot water, it forms precipitate of salt. What are the salt contains in hot water? Calcium and magnesium. So the cloth surface appeared sticky and greasy scum. So the ordinary soap cannot be used in hot water conveniently. This is the reason for ordinary soap not suitable for using hot water.